I didn't know poems were like alive, and I've been writing poems for about 6 years, and it took me 6 years to write a love poem. And this is dedicated to my best friend who's not here, but she usually sits up front. 3 years ago, I found a siren singing to herself in the corner of a coffee shop crowded with poets. One headphone in, but it was the one facing all the people. I know what it looks like to want to belong and not know how to, so I said, "Hey, can I sit with you?" She smiles at me with more teeth than I'm used to, and for a moment I see the shape of what we might be if neither of us have to pretend. She nods to me. Her mouth says, "I'm not alone." And my eyes say that's not the same thing as not being lonely. I know it must have been summer, but in my head it always seems like winter in that coffee shop. Frost on the window she sits by, me walking over wearing mittens I've never owned in real life, both of us slowly shedding layers as the heat comes back. She laughs, shows me how her scales still glitter in the light, the ridges at her temple where she changed the shape of herself for people who did not care what it cost her. I show her my tattoos, all the stories I've collected. I don't show her my scars. She sees them anyway. We have things in common. We both make a shield out of doing something with our hands. We both keep our nails trimmed shorter than the tips of our fingers for fear of drawing blood, but neither of us can do anything about our teeth. It is months after the night in the coffee shop. True winter this time. Real frost on the window. My hands chapped from the things I wash at work. Red-knuckled where the heat left me. She meets me at the table in the corner, the one where we can see every exit. I open my mouth, but it just sounds like a shipwreck. I tell her I don't know why she keeps coming back to me. I know where she comes from, and I know what I am. She says there are treasures hidden in ruined places. I say I am drowning in puddles. I keep thinking my lungs are gills, but they aren't. I keep thinking it must be better in the water, but I don't know how to swim. There's no treasure hidden in this sunken chest. Open me up and see my constellation of padlocks, an anchor that's dropping deeper into the water than my people have ever explored. I say, "Siren, you are trying to keep peace with me, but I am sinking too fast. Siren, you should know the further you dive, the worse it gets, and it is going to get so much worse. Don't you feel that pressure? It's so cold down here. Why won't you sing me to sleep?" And the siren looks at me with eyes that glitter just a little too brightly to be human. She says, "I know a thing or two about pressure. How once you've been to the depths, you've got to come back slowly or the sudden relief will kill you. How the light goes faster than you think it will as you dive. Did you know at a certain depth, ocean animals stop being blue and start being red? If you bring them up to the surface, they stand out like a blood stain on freshly washed sheets, but it helps them blend in better with the background light down where they come from. You remind me of them. You remind me of me. We both look like blood in the water, but we have the teeth for what comes."
Fuck!